talented
or smart, and my...
He told me enough!
No, I.
Here's Chuck!
Hey everyone, it's Don G. Corleone here, and I am here with a brand new reaction. And this reaction is going to be for a new video from Ajmarkle, and it's episode 11 of the If I Directed Disney Star Wars. So, with that being said, let's get on with this episode. Resurgence of the Force. Alright, let's see what this episode has to offer. The Resistance is on the run from the First Order. They have to go to Coruscant where they can blend in until they regroup to fight. Alright. Leia knew it was risky, but they were not ready for another war yet. Meanwhile, Luke had just seen his son Ben after fearing he was dead from Kylo Ren's attack on the Jedi Order, and immediately is working to reconcile with him. However, their connection to the Force has alerted other Force users, including Kylo Ren himself. His master Snoke wanted him to go after Luke to destroy him, and even prove that he is a true Sith, even though he fell another that was more powerful. Alright, let's get on with this episode.
When we last left off, Luke and Ben have met each other, and they have decided to finally catch up after several years of being separated. At the time, Ben admitted that he had held a grudge against his own father because he felt abandoned. Someone that worked hard in the Order was abandoned when everything fell apart. That was simply not true. He actually cut himself from the Force from his own father because he did not want to be close to him due to his anger. Luke understood completely, and they worked to reconcile their relationship as father and son. However, their connection to the Force reignited Jason, aka Kylo Ren, the nephew of Luke and cousin of Ben. So he decided to go on a journey to get to his own uncle and try to take him down. Meanwhile, the Resistance is on Coruscant. During this time, Rey was being trained by Leia and Finn was being trained by Han Solo. But they alternate from time to time because Han believed that a lightsaber is not enough because he has very, very high doubts about the Force. But on the other side, Leia agreed with him because they should learn training on both ends so they would not rely on one side. Make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
Makes sense.
So, in the end of the whole, training, they had their criticisms, they had their advice, and they had lessons to relearn from time to time. During this time, both Finn and Rey have connected to the Force, and then they found Luke through the Force.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, they also felt Kylo Ren.
Ooh.
So they decided to get to Luke on the island. However, the Millennium Falcon was a no-go because the Millennium Falcon was going to be used in an upcoming battle should there be one over Coruscant. And also, there was a new ship that was being built called the Dameron. The Dameron was there to commemorate Poe Dameron, who sacrificed his life for the Resistance in the hands of Kylo Ren.
Ooh.
So the Dameron, a new custom ship, was sent to go to the island. It was a race against time, though, as Kylo Ren was going on his own personal shuttle to go get to his uncle. But as he was getting there, something stopped him. He felt another presence. Someone else was also going there. But he was very scared. He had not heard from this person in a long time, and he thought she was dead. Meanwhile, the Resistance, knowing that there was going to be a battle, decided to prep up. Chewbacca was the captain of the Millennium Falcon, while Han Solo shocked everyone by getting an X-Wing. This shocked a lot of people because he is mainly known for piloting the Millennium Falcon. But something told him that this would be a battle that he might die in. So in order to keep the Millennium Falcon safe, he put it in the hands of Chewbacca. Chewbacca made some pretty bold moves. He called in Admiral Ekbar and some of his men to join him, and R2-D2 and C-3PO to help him out as well. R2 helped with the computer and tracking on the Falcon. C-3PO helped with translation in case there was some foreign translation whatsoever, and they needed to keep him safe. And Chewbacca just needed a second set of eyes, so Admiral Ekbar was basically in command. Lando was not there because he was still on Cloud City. We'll get to that in a moment. So during this whole thing, Luke had talked to Rey and Finn, as well as learning that there is someone else. Ben also got into conversation with both of them, and was very impressed with their Force abilities and their stories. Finn's story was revealed to be very tragic. He was taken from his parents as a young boy.
We never knew
as
what
a result, he was trained
we never even knew anything
in
about
the
Finn's past.
Empire. Well, First Order. During this time,
At all.
he was part of the cleaning crew, but he also had training in blasting, and he had training in, well,
Definitely should have known
self-defense.
about Finn's
Over
backstory.
time, he would later secretly learn to meditate. This was eventually pointed out, but Captain Phasma was not very happy when she found out Finn had defected to the Resistance. So she wanted to go after him, but she would later find out he wasn't there in the battle. It was elsewhere. But Captain Phasma had decided to, one day, and swore revenge to find Finn and take care of him once and for all. Meanwhile, Snoke and Kylo Ren had a very, very harsh discussion. He called him a coward, Snoke that is, for not going after Luke and for not being able to handle the pressure of some other person. And he said, "You haven't seen her in years. She is weak. You are strong." Snoke belittled him so badly. His doubts, however, were replaced with anger, rage, and even vengeance at his master, but swore that one day that he would not only be very powerful, but he would also overtake him. What he did not know was that Snoke had gone into the archives of Korriban and knew about other Siths, including even Darth Nihilus, a guy who consumed planets and their life force to get stronger. And he would later encourage Kylo Ren about this. Meanwhile, though, Luke told Rey, Finn, and Ben that one day they would have to face their biggest challenge, but they can no longer do it on the island because now that some of the enemies know, they have to move. Over time, Rey had already learned a lot about her lightsaber training and was already beginning to understand more about the Force. Finn did too, impressing even Ben. However, even Luke said, "You are yet to be ready for the real battle. You are very inexperienced when it comes to lightsaber training. Even though I am a Jedi Master, Grandmaster, I have a lot of learning to do myself. And thankfully, I have learned quite a lot." So, they decide to make a plan to look out for anyone else that could help. And they would divide and conquer to get to other planets for help and get back to the Resistance. Luke decided he would return to the Resistance and be able to help them, even at the risk. Back at the space battle, things were going south quickly. The First Order had Star Destroyers and a balanced fleet, while the Resistance was more sporadic. Han knew that they would be in trouble if he didn't do something. The Millennium Falcon took several hits, but launched a couple of blasts right at the Star Destroyers and knocked down a couple. Realizing that their fleet was very strategic, Han decided the only way he was able to stop it is if he launched an attack right at the starboard of the Star Destroyer and destroy it, causing it to collapse on another, resulting in a chain reaction and explosion to divide the First Order.
Yeah.
In doing so, Han knew it would cost him his life, so he launched.
That's better than the Holdo maneuver in The Last Jedi. Way better.
Went right at the starboard, and everyone was horrified. Leia was horrified. Chewbacca was horrified, and everyone just watched as it crashed right into the starboard. It resulted in it suddenly diving down and destroyed another Star Destroyer underneath it, and it resulted in the chemical reaction that everyone expected from the fuel. It was a massive blow to the First Order, but it came at a great cost to the Resistance, as one of their greatest pilots had sacrificed his life for the Resistance. People felt it from all over the galaxy, including Luke, realizing that his best friend, Han Solo, had died. Then Luke decided it was time to reveal his communicator. He hid a communicator on him in case he needed to contact someone, and that someone was Lando Calrissian on Cloud City. They were making plans to go there when a figure came out. A female figure that no one expected to survive, but she did. Her name? Jaina Solo.
Whoa.
Jaina Solo had come out of hiding. The twin sister of Jason. The cousin of Ben. And everyone was shocked to see her. She was given the info of what's been going on over the years, including their plans. This would be a massive turnaround for the Resistance when Jaina comes, but Jaina also had plans to go face to face with her brother, even if it could cost her life. Meanwhile, the Resistance had a funeral for the fallen Han Solo, and they will never forget him for what he did. And the Resistance knew it was time to once again...
Han actually dies a hero. Better.
And knew that battle was not over, but they knew the war would eventually come to an end. Meanwhile, Snoke also sensed Jaina and swore he would get her because she was more powerful than her brother. He sensed her doubts, her weaknesses, her anger, and he wanted to entice her to the dark side. Luke sensed this and warned Jaina. And Leia, she knew that there will be peace very soon, but she also hid a secret of her own. She was not 100% anymore, and the Resistance had to go on without her someday. And that is how, if I direct Disney Star Wars Episode 11, Resurgence of the Force would end, if I directed it. And honestly, this one took a lot of thought to do, and that's why it took a long time to even consider it, but I'm finally able to get it out. Thank you for watching. Check the playlist or podcast, and also be sure to check out my channel for other content I do. I'll see you next time. God bless you, rock. Don't forget it.
Yeah. There we go, guys. That was my reaction to Episode 11, Resurgence of the Force of Ajmarkle's If I Directed Disney Star Wars series. I gotta say, I think this might have to be the best episode of this series I've seen so far. And I'm excited to see where Episode 12 goes. And this is definitely much better cliffhanger and sequel setups, and I like how Han actually dies in this version, compared to that loser death where he just gets stabbed by Kylo Ren, pathetically. He actually dies a hero, and this is better than that Holdo maneuver from The Last Jedi that just betrays the whole concept of hyperspace. Right here. Yeah, so I can't wait to see where Episode 12 goes. Until then, guys, that'll be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this, want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe to Don G. Corleone.